Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm checking out the X260A. At least I thought it was an XK product. It comes in an XK branded box and you get an XK manual with it. It even says X260 on the top. However, from what I can tell, this is just a rebranded WL Toys V686G. It's even got WL Toys still written on the monitor, and this is definitely a WL Toys transmitter, so I'm not sure what's going on there because XK products are usually pretty unique and they have their own style and quality, and this is just a rebrand, so have to check it out. So this is a brushed and geared 5.8 gigahertz FPV model. We have got a 720p camera underneath that transmits in 5.8 gigahertz, comes with a 4 gigabyte micro SD card. We have got some LEDs underneath there, and it's got the classic battery in the front, the same as the V686, and it's using a JST connector, which is quite nice. Now in the box you get given prop protectors, a screwdriver, a spare set of props, which is quite nice. And then of course we have this monitor here and transmitter, so it's the classic WL Toys FPV monitor with a sun shield. It has got a included antenna and it's SMA. It looks to be a little bit loose there. Yeah, so SMA antenna, which is quite nice. It's got a built-in battery in this, which you have to charge, so you get given a separate charger for this and a separate charger for the quadcopter. So the WL Toys transmitter here, it takes 6 AA batteries. Is that really necessary? I don't know. And then we have a stand on the back here as well, and you're given this included mount here for the FPV monitor. Now you can't change the frequency of this, so it is fixed, and the controls are all the same as the V686 as far as I can see as well. This is a mode 2 transmitter, so no altitude hold with this. We have got the flip and roll button up here, and this button here should start and stop video recording. Then down here we've got your classic WL Toys different rates, starting off at 40% and going up to 100% up there. It's a very windy day today here again, so I'm going to be using that 100% I think. Then these buttons here are multifunctional, so a short press turns the lights on and off on the quadcopter. A long press is 1 key return, so I won't be using that. And then this button here is also multifunctional, so a short press takes a photo, and then long press is headless mode. You get that horrible beep on this in headless mode until you come out of it, so I'm not going to be using that. And then we've got the rest of the trims here. So let's get and turn this thing on before I completely freeze over. Now the field of view on the camera is said to be 120 degrees, but I don't think that is the case. It looks like a pinhole camera to me. Also, the camera is pointing slightly downwards as well, so we'll have to see if it's any good at FPV. We also have an LED on the back there. Now what I'm going to do is try and point this down so that it is vertical. It also comes with these landing legs, which are already screwed in, which is quite nice. What I like about this is there's no construction with this. You can just take it out of the box there. Now there's no on and off switch from what I can see, and we have this 1-cell battery in here. It is, let's see the size of it, it is 730 milliamps, so same battery as before. So I'm just going to connect this in. I'm not sure whether it's the quad that needs to go on first or the transmitter, so let's try each one of them. So I plugged it in there. The battery goes in the front on these, which I always thought was interesting. So let's put that on the ground and then turn the transmitter on. Makes a horrible beeping noise for a second, and it doesn't look like there's any arming procedure. Let's turn on the monitor there. So we have a picture straight away, which is good. Let's start the video recording. It says there's about an hour's worth of space on the SD card, which is quite nice, and that has started. So I'm going to go for the high rate, 100%, and let's go for a takeoff. So let's see if there's any delay on that FPV screen. Doesn't seem to be. Again, very windy today, but this one has got quite high rates, which I'm pleased about, so it shouldn't be a problem flying it even in this wind. Just like the V686, it flies brilliantly. Really good one this. Let's check out the field of view on the camera. I would say definitely not 120 degrees, but not terrible either actually. Now because it's windy again, it's pointing to the ground quite a lot, but when it levels out, actually is not too bad. So that's good to see. Let's try one of those flips, if it can handle it in the wind. It doesn't gain any height when you do the flip, so be careful of that. So we have a crash, but this thing is so lightweight, there's no damage at all, so let's get it in the air again. So I need to gain more height if I want to do a flip with this one. So used to these quadcopters gaining height when you do a flip with it, but not this one, which is a good thing I think, really, because if you are going to advance to something like an acro model, they definitely do not gain height when you want to do a flip, so that's a good thing, except it caused me to crash. It's my fault. Let's have a look at the amount of power. So not a huge amount of power, but it's certainly not falling out of the sky, that's for sure. So let's see if I can do some FPV with it. It's a little bit windy today for it. Now they say the range on this is 100 meters, which I can believe. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle to do FPV with this today, I think. Just too windy. Actually, I'm managing it just about. When I come downwind though, it's just gonna go absolutely crazy, I think. Yeah. So actually the FPV signal on this is very good. I just wish they'd give us a little bit of a wider angle on the camera, but it is definitely flyable. Yeah, not bad actually. I have to be careful though, because when you have a narrow field of view, it's sometimes difficult to know whether you're drifting or not, because the picture doesn't change that much. But the quadcopter can be drifting quite considerably. So I'm not going to try out headless mode or one key return, because I tested that out with the V686 and I know that the one key return doesn't work very well. Oh, we have a crash. Oh, it looks like it's turned off. Oh, I bet that did not save the video footage then. Let's have a look. No, it's not turned off. I think the monitor has turned off, maybe. Something's turned off. Let's see if I can stop the video recording. Nothing seems to be happening. Has it froze up? That's weird. Let's see. See if the monitor has lost its power or something. It just says no signal. So maybe it needs resetting. That's a shame. I hope it saves some of the video. Probably not at this point. And let's disconnect it and reconnect it. Let's see if I can turn the monitor on. Yep, so we have picture again. So let's start the recording again. Oh, I need to turn the transmitter off so that it binds. Okay, start video recording. Let's see if I can fly it again. Not sure what happened there. Seemed like the whole thing locked up. Bizarre. The camera stopped working. Didn't have any control or any power. Well, that'll teach me for not starting and stopping the video recording. That probably did not save anything. also in the low rates here as well. Need to punch that up to 100. Okay, let's see if we can get some video on here. Oh, it's so cold out here, my hands have frozen over, I can't feel them. Need to get some gloves. Bright red they are. Let's just fly around a little bit, see if I can get some video. Video looks pretty nice, I have to say. Don't want to go too far out in case it drops again. Yeah, look at that. You see it dropped. What happened there? You know, I sometimes have problems on this field with interference. I wonder if that's what it was. There's some kind of pipelines going down this field and sometimes interferes, not usually with 2.4 gigahertz, but I wonder if that's what happened, and then it just crashed and I lost the video. Maybe it sort of reset, maybe it recognized it crashed. But before it does that again, I want to stop the video just so we have something to look at. So I'm not expecting a huge flight time with this one, so hopefully we have some video to look at there. I've got some flashing lights underneath, so I just wonder if that is the LVC. Seems to be plenty of power still so far. You can get some really smooth video out of this if you fly it nicely, which I have been doing. Just keep the sticks steady and make sure that you fly it on a calm day, which today is not. Yeah, I like it. Just, I'm not quite sure what happened when it cut out. I think it was a interference problem, which I often get on this field, so I cannot really blame it for that. Looks like we're losing a bit of power now. I'm just trying to get it close to me, but the wind just wants to blow it away. There we go. Really struggling to do reviews this time of year, but I gotta soldier on. Now, there's light still flashing, but I think it may just have been the LVC kicking in early. That's full throttle there, so I'm gonna stop the video recording while I can. So yeah, seems like not the longest of flight times with this one, but not too bad. The windy conditions will affect that for sure, because it's constantly battling against the wind. But it seems like the FPV feed works nicely, hardly any breakup at all. It just seems that I lost control of it over there, which often happens. Like I say, there's some pipelines that goes under this road here, and usually when I'm flying, say, a non 2.4 gigahertz system, I get all sorts of glitches and stuff over there. Not usually with 2.4 though, but I guess if it just lands on the wrong frequency. I definitely flew it in the same place as it lost control before, and it lost control again, so I'm going to put that down to frequency problems of the pipes underneath this field here, because it's unfair to say that it was this, and I never had that problem with the V686. So there you go, that is my review of the X260A. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll put a link in the description if you wish to get one. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.